welcome to this momentous occasion as we gather to dedicate and bless Marion's newest architectural gem, a symbol of progress, innovation, and unwavering commitment to education, the E.S. Witchger School of Engineering building. I am truly honored to stand before you today as chair of Marion University's Board of Trustees and extend a warm welcome to each of you to this remarkable event. As we celebrate the inauguration of this magnificent building today, we are joined by distinguished individuals who have played pivotal roles in making this dream a reality. I would like to introduce to you those sharing the podium with me today. First, I am delighted to introduce the Marion University's chaplain, Father Barry Fisher. Next, visionary leader of the engineering task force that led this project, Mr. Ted Gary. Of course, Marion University's very own President Ellsworth. We are very honored to have with us today the governor of our great state of Indiana, a champion of education and progress, Governor Eric Holcomb. And Dr. Ben Tran, founding dean of the E.S. Witchger School of Engineering. And of course, it is with immense gratitude that we recognize William Witchger, representing the entire Witchger family and Marion Inc. The Witchger family has breathed life into this $81 million endeavor. I'm pleased to invite Mr. William Witchger to speak on behalf of the Witchger family.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you all for coming. I am William Witchger, as mentioned. I'm the grandson of Eugene S. Witchger, and I was asked to say a few words on behalf of the Witchger family. Eugene Schultz Witchger led by example. He taught us about philanthropy. In the early 1970s, our little manufacturing company called Marion Inc., which is no relation to this university other than we were both named after the Blessed Mother. But Marion Inc. made our first company's charitable donation of $1,000 to a small local school called Marion College. Eugene continued this philanthropy for many decades. Years later, Bill taught us about philanthropy. And then my cousin Jean taught us more about philanthropy and how to continue this service to others as it's our responsibility and this is our vocation. About 10 years ago, Bill, Jean, Brian, and I were having a budget meeting, which is what we refer to having a beer and talking about work, up on the 4th floor, which is now Jean Hall. There's a 4th floor here. I think there'll be a few budget meetings at. But we were talking about areas of philanthropy that we really cared about, and a major one of those was education. After several more years, and we kind of narrowed our focus, Marion University came up, as they had just finished a large project for the medical school, and they did such an incredible job implementing that project. So we reached out to President Ellsworth to have a first meeting. That was in January of 2020. We said we only wanted to do something if it aligned with his vision and the mission of the school. And sure enough, he had also been thinking and praying on this same idea for an engineering school for many years. So we felt like it was our responsibility to help. The team here has accomplished so much since that first meeting 3.5 years ago. I'd like to recognize a few members of our family for all the support that they've given, getting us to this point. starting with three special people who helped form us: Betty Witchger, Marianne Witchger, and Kathy Witchger. Three amazing mothers who helped lead and help form us. Thank you also to Bill and Jean, who led our organization for decades and continue to guide us. And thanks to the extended family, who amazingly come together consistently and who help support such amazing institutions like this one. I also want to thank President Elsner, Dr. Tran, John Fink, Dr. Enneking, the Board of Trustees, and so many others here at Marian University who have worked tirelessly and diligently to bring this school to life. They've been such a great partner to work with, and they were always respectful and very, very driven. It's amazing how they can bring teams together and experts together to bring ideas to life. Finally, I want to thank the first 100 plus students enrolled in this engineering school for the confidence that they've shown in this mission. They took a leap of faith. I know that this school can quickly become one of the great engineering schools of our state and our country, and it will produce well-rounded, intelligent, caring students that will lead our community into the next generation. And I know this is something Eugene S. Witchger would be proud of. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for coming to bless this school.
Thank you for your remarks, Mr. Witchger. Thank you for championing the establishment of this tremendous addition to Marian University, the city, and the state. So let us continue. It is now my privilege to invite a visionary leader who continues to steer Marian University on the path of dramatic growth. Please join me in welcoming President Daniel J. Ellsner to share his invaluable insights and the incredible journey of creating the E.S. Witchger School of Engineering.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys on the fourth floor not throwing anything as I speak. It's a long drive. The police report to me, so I never be able to get it. I thank you, Denise. The Board of Trustees here is amazing. Denise is a great chair. Ted, thanks for chairing the task force. And we've just had a remarkable Board of Trustees over the years that never flinch, frankly, and it's good that they don't. Bill, thank you for your remarks. Of course, they were beautiful and they were so appropriate, such a remarkable family, and so humble you all are, and so talented. The example of stewardship they provide us is beautiful. I couldn't help but last night when I was writing some remarks thinking that ES, of course, dear Jean that we lost this winter unexpectedly, and any other Witchgers that made the heavenly realm are busting their heavenly buttons looking down at this gathering and saying, what a legacy, what a legacy. So thank you to the Witchger family, and you've been so edifying, I think we would call it. Dr. Greg Bowd and Dr. Winnie Bowd, they have doctoral degrees from Marian University. And also, you heard me, he gave a commencement speech here that was really quite well. We were together 10 years and 14 days ago to bless and dedicate the medical school. You were at the groundbreaking. You missed this groundbreaking. It was really hot, just like that. There's something about our groundbreakings. The good Lord wants us to bake. But anyway, we're in air conditioning today, and it was really wonderful. I couldn't also help but think the next big groundbreaking is going to be the Clips Educators College. Our burgeoning and A-plus educators college needs a building like this too. So in case you think you're off the hook, not trying to this, we have an idea couldn't I have your number? So this is a great milestone, though, in the advancement of Marion University, and a mighty accomplishment. So thank you all. We have so many partners to be thankful for. And there's a pattern every day here where we're seemingly minor accomplishments that accumulate to big accomplishments, like a 75% enrollment growth the last 2 years. That doesn't happen in 1 year. Well, this year we have a remarkable enrollment growth. You have to take a waiting list to get a dorm room this year, I understand. But the same pattern always emerges. There's wonderfully generous people like the Witchgers. I couldn't help thinking about the Fairbanks Foundation. I see Larry and Ellen here. I can't help but think about how we're part of a major organization called Independent College of Indiana. Diane King is our president. And those 80-some thousand students who the governor, I love First Lady. She's our favorite Franciscan Values Award winner, too. She's here with us. And Speaker Houston, when the legislature and Earl Booth, Chief of Staff, some people say, just let the governor right alongside. Think of the support they give schools like this so that we can serve this mighty, diverse, and income and background student body. But when you think about Purdue and IU, who we love and respect, but we in Women's have like 85,000 students collectively, very talented, that fuel we not only help them with their future, but they fuel the future of Indiana. So to have the speaker here, the governor, and First Lady, our former outstanding mayor, and all these great people, we are very blessed. The other part of the pattern that fuels this growth here, outstanding students, graduates. See, Paul was just named one of the top 20 folks in Indiana. She's one of our graduates. She's really smart. And she's probably going to take over for me when I get older. But anyway, we really like her. Is Dwight feeling with us? Dwight, there you go. Come stand by the way. I want you to see our first engineering graduate. How many years ago? He did. We had a joint program with Purdue. Look at that, Dwight. Isn't he something? By the way, he has his own business and he brought cards. So if you need some help with an engineer, the guy's ready to go, don't you? He's got it right there blazing on his chest. I'm very proud of you, Dwight. Anyway, we are there's always this talented students, talented faculty. Dr. Andy King, who most of you know as a provost, and he was always in my ear about engineering. He's a PhD in engineering, so really we wouldn't be here without you. Thank you, Sherry, for lending even in retirement. But there's always these good people come together and partners in the community that want to do something good for students, for their professions that are so critical to human flourishing, and to advance the common good, economically, socially, culturally, to lift up our community and state. And that's always a partnership. It's always a story of generosity. And I want to just say this before I introduce our wonderful governor. Marion has a very direct and profound thing we do every year. I welcome all the students today. I welcome new faculty. And I make a simple promise. It's not simple. It's a big promise. The education we provide here will prepare you to have a good life. A good life. We see the whole student, mind, body, spirit, social. And be highly successful in your professional endeavors, in your leadership role, in our democracy, and making this world a better place. Some people ask me, how can you make promises like that? Well, I said provide. I can't guarantee everybody will drink the water. But in the water we serve here, there's 4 clear elements, and they are fully alive in this building that Dr. Tran and our good people designed. You see it everywhere. The first thing we always put in the water here that we invite people to drink, and that's a good dose of faith, larger purpose, character, and ethics. We illuminate everything we do with values here, and we advance peace and justice. We should be responsible stewardship of our mind, our talents, and resources, our education, and we should be good at reconciliation. The second thing we're very committed to here, we don't care where you come from. If you had enough talent to get in, once you're here, we have high standards for everybody. And we will work like everything to get you to meet those standards and never lower. And keeping that in the water with our promise here produces excellent graduates. The third thing we're committed to, and you'll see it in all the classrooms and the faculty, Catholic friends, brought on board from around the nation, is you'll see a big-time commitment to innovative and active learning. James is one of our incoming students from Providence. Wait, James, push your hand up. From Providence, Crystal Ray, he's one of my favorite. One day I was in church, and one of our graduates, Dan and Jim O'Brien, said, "Got all the boys, one of your students next year." So I just went up and ordered it. And we're pretty excited to be friends. You're going to do the same thing. I'll keep a close eye on you, too. But the one thing we do is teach in an exciting, innovative way so people can learn and achieve these high standards. I'm looking at my provost, Dr. Silva. Our faculty is committed to this. The fourth thing we do, we put in the water of success here in the promise, is we believe you look around, whether it's our city, our state, a church community, a university, a grade school, you name it, a business like the Witchgers have run, excellent leadership makes a difference. We teach our students, and we have it lined out in the curriculum, and the word is this, THIS, trustworthy, healthy, inquisitive, skilled leaders for service to the world. And that's why we can promise an education offered here provides you an opportunity to have a really good life and be highly successful in your professional endeavors and in your leadership role and service to others. That promise would be hollow and shallow and words on the wall if it wasn't for you all. It takes donors, it takes generous people to help excellent students come here and actually graduate. We supported you well when you were here, a lot of different ways, academically and financially. You don't get it for free, folks. People have to respond to a call to be generous. So when I look out there, I see people like Al Layden, in the years on the board, and I was donating the Witchgers, and so many good people. To say we're thankful is a gross understatement. And one of our big goals here is not only education as a private good, but it should advance the common good, the larger good. And that's why we invited our outstanding governor. I just want to say this in the introduction. Today it's very easy to turn on the TV and see politicians who are good at dividing, name-calling, and generally causing problems. It's nice to have a governor in the state of Indiana who's governor of all the people, never calling their name, except for people who drive in the lawn and their drugs in the bud. You did say I wasn't much of a driver, but I guess that's name calling, that's just calling facts. But we have a governor that leads the entire state and very supportive, along with so many outstanding legislators and others, to make this state what it is, and to bring our medical school and this engineering school, Eclipse College, so many things to fruition. We appreciate your support. We're particularly thankful for the First Lady Janet, no offense. So please come forward and share your remarks. Thank you.
Well, thank you, President Elsner. And I think I just asked you if this was how the students grew up on campus.
They're a little
I
better.
remember your name calling, but if I could just pick up on that fourth ingredient of water, the leadership, and spend maybe just a little time offering some thoughts about you. And also maybe what comes from those four ingredients when you look at the water and see the reflection that comes from it. surrounded by. It is truly an honor to be here. It's a word that's thrown around a lot. But this is a special place, and I think where the Lord's work is being done is a special place. And we ought not forget that and recognize the joy and rejoice in it daily. It's easy to do being toured around this campus as you point out, this is me, and this is me, and this is me, and this is me. As a history major, small college as well, although my college is about 1,100 years, topping 6,000 right now, so I don't know how long you can continue to call yourself a small school. But as a history major, I tend to view things in their full context, the past and the present, how we got to where we are, and then the future where we're going. Maybe most importantly, how what we're doing will lead the people of this state, the people that come from Columbia to Indiana via Georgia, and then stay. Congratulations. What it means to their future, individually, and then, as the President said, collectively. And it would be an understatement to not have recognized all that has occurred off this campus property going back to 1851, out in the world, and the response that is an action that's been taken by Marian leadership. And I think more has happened in the 22, 23 years we've been leading this university than maybe the 149, 50 years prior to that. Dan is the kind of guy that does think Rome could be built in one day, but that's right leadership. That's the kind of guy that, sometimes when people, and I know especially the donors and faculty, when he brings you an idea, he's the kind of guy that has 7 or 8 ideas that you're constantly trying to figure out how to prioritize and yet still get it all done. What I love most about President Nelson and this team that's been assembled over the years is that placement of priority on people, the individual student, faculty member, staff member, every person that has a job on this campus, and the dignity that comes from that vocation. It's just highlighted. It's so evident and obvious that you are always ever moving toward the tough stuff, the demand, the needs. And while some refuse to adapt to what's happening off the campus property, this school, this leadership, I think has done the opposite while maintaining the integrity and the mission of the place. You are changing others' hearts and minds and futures along the way, which is desperately needed to be done. Creating more teachers, more docs, more engineers, and in turn they create more durable families and communities in a state. And so I hope when I look at it, I can only imagine the time and effort that went into harnessing the synergy that is in this space. Incredible talent and needs, and aligning in purpose to get to another day like this. Another day. This is a proud day for not just Marion, but for the entire state. And I tend to look at marrying students as our knights in shining armor, who are here coming to the rescue. Coming to
Thank you, Dr. Holden, for your inspiring remarks and for the support you give Marian University and Witchger School of Engineering. Now let us recognize the driving force behind our new engineering programs, the founding dean of the E.S. Witchger School of Engineering, Dr. Ray Tran. Dr. Tran's leadership will shape innovators and foster brilliance within these walls. Dr. Tran.
Thank you, Denise. Good afternoon. If we can just have one more towel for Dr. Holden. Thank you. It's great to see everybody come out for this really small event. What a great turnout today. Hopefully the folks in the fourth floor can hear me. Today we gather to celebrate not only the grand opening of this new, beautiful Witchger Engineering building, but also to emphasize the mission that we have to train the next generation of engineers and technical talent. In an ever-evolving world where technology and innovation drive progress, the demand for skilled engineers now more than ever continues to soar, and especially in our great American city, our region, and our country. The many challenges we face as a society demand creative and forward-looking solutions, and to meet these challenges we have to invest in development and training. This new E.S. Witchger Engineering School and the faculty in the new engineering building, this represents Marian University's commitment to nurturing the brightest minds, and we really have some bright minds coming, and preparing them to tackle the big problems of tomorrow. Our vision, if you've heard it before, it's educating engineers with a Franciscan conscience, and it's not only limited to the technical training that we provide our students, but also to produce well-rounded graduates who possess practical skills, hands-on skills to address tomorrow's challenges. And these challenges are big, challenges in healthcare, health and wellness, energy in our environment, transportation infrastructure. Our engineers will be prepared to address those. Our curriculum provides students an engineering education illuminated by our faith and also the liberal arts tradition. Our Marian engineers will be transformative leaders, as you heard from our president. They'll be technically skilled, innovative, inquisitive, but a term you won't hear is compassionate, trustworthy, and most of all, resilient. Those are the Marian values that we embody. This new Witchger Engineering building is going to serve as the nexus of that. It opens up so many doors for us to provide this hands-on training. And so we're really excited about that. 70,000 square feet of space. I hope you explore all of it before you leave today. And the programs that we have in biomedical engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, and engineering physics, we're really training the engineers to really solve our industries in this area. And by the way, Marian University is the only engineering program here in Indianapolis with a chemical engineering and a civil engineering degrees. We're unique in that way. In this building, there are 13 state-of-the-art laboratories. I invite you to go and visit. We have a maker space in the back. We have hands-on machine shop that we are working with industry to really fill out. We have robotics and automation lab here. I invite you to visit. Telemon Robotics is here to show off the technologies that we've invested in. We have a material testing center, civil and construction engineering labs, process training labs. There's so many opportunities for students to provide hands-on training to get them ready for industry and to serve the area. And by the way, there's a fourth floor expansion area for our graduate programs that we hope to launch here in the fall 24. I want to take this opportunity to just thank all of the people that made this possible. Perkins and Will, I think they're here, our architects. Browning and Day, Schmidt and Associates, CE Solutions, and all of those who worked really hard despite the issues with supply chain and all of that in the last 2.5 years to make this day possible. our numerous industry and community partners as well. Allison Transmission, Aerolab, Anderson Hauser here, Delara, Eli Lilly, Televon Robotics, and the Richard M. Fairbanks Foundation, and the Luz and the Scientech Foundation have supported all of the efforts that we've made in the last couple of years. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank the Witchger family, all of the Witchger families here. We really appreciate your endless and generous support. Especially William, Brian, Bill. I had a summer camp and I called them and they said, come on over. And today, we can't just take a moment to remember Gene, who's not here with us, but he's a big part of this as well. So I'm extremely grateful. Thank you very much. And then the opening of this Witchger Engineering Building, it's not just a celebration of bricks and mortar, it's more than that. It's a commitment to shaping the future of engineering and STEM workforce in the state. I invite everybody to tour the labs, talk to our faculty and our students. We have fantastic faculty in place throughout the labs. Please read, learn, and talk to the artists that have made all of the religious artworks here possible. In Resplendence here, Project One, Adam Fuente's team made a magnificent piece of art here for us. Please enjoy that, talk to them. On the second floor, we have a mural we create all together. That's really what Witchger Engineering is about. And so Matthew Plett has really done a nice job in terms of the mural there. We have unique commissioned art pieces by Israel Solomon. Israel, are you in the room? Israel's up here. Beautiful art pieces, unique. Pieces are on the second and third floor. And then as you walked in, you were greeted by the St. Patrick statue. Jack Kreutzer and Elijah Nugent are here as well, I believe, to talk about their art pieces as well. Thank you very much. As I wrap up, I just want to mention we're not done. We've got big plans ahead. We're still fundraising, we're still building. We have great expectations to expand and grow. The entire fourth floor is empty. I was told to mention that we are looking for contributions and partners to help us with that. You'll notice as you walk through an opportunity to put your name on different labs. And so if you are interested in that, please talk to John Fink, who's in the front row here. Thank you. Thank you all for being a part of this historic moment at Marian University, and for your unwavering support. For the parents, the students who entrusted us with your education, the alumni who are back here, all of our generous donors, we really greatly appreciate you. And go Knights! This time I'd like to invite Father Barry to come to the stage to provide a blessing upon this new engineering building.
Thank you. What a privilege to be able to bless this magnificent building. Let us pause and remember, first of all, that we are in the holy presence of God. Today we gather with hearts full of joy and gratitude to thank God, the Master, Creator of all things, who has entrusted His creation into our hands, and to ask God's blessings upon those who conceive the vision of this School of Engineering, and the many men and women who contributed their gifts, talents, and resources to bring this project to completion. In particular, we remember those who have labored through the cold of winter and the heat of summer, converting the plans of paper to this impressive structure we dedicate today. We're also grateful for the artists and sculptors who have added their creativity to make this building so beautiful and welcoming. As this new School of Engineering is dedicated today, we gather to ask God's blessing on this center of seeking, learning, and teaching. We ask that those entrusted with the education of the young people who will soon operate these walls and bring it to life, instill our Franciscan values as they educate our students and prepare them to be active members of their communities. May they teach our students how to join the discoveries of human wisdom with the truth of the living gospel. We also pray that the students will Christ, so that enriched with both human and divine learning, they will in turn be able and ready to enlighten and assist others. Lord our God, you have made us sharers in your own wisdom. We pray that the school will make its contribution to the progress of the sciences and to learning. Grant that, avoiding the mere secular ideal of learning, we might rightly pursue the integral perfection of the human person, forming transformational leaders for the betterment of human society. May the all-knowing God show us his ways. May Christ's eternal wisdom teach us the words of truth. And may the Holy Spirit, the blessed light, always enlighten our minds so that we may learn what is right and good, and in our actions carry out what we have learned. We ask all this through the intercession of St. Francis, St. Clare, and St. Patrick, patron of engineers. And may the blessing of Almighty God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with this school and all of us gathered here today and always. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Father Gary. As we conclude this memorable event, let us capture the moment at the podium for the ribbon cutting photo. This symbolizes our shared commitment to fostering education, innovation, and a brighter future for generations to come. As we cut the ribbon, we usher in a new era in Marion's history. After the ceremony, please feel free to explore our beautiful building. Thank you.
Come on, help us. Come on. We're here every day. Dad, graduated from Marion. Come on. Don't hit your head there. Put your belt right here. Tom, you want to let's have the Right.